Well, it's a highway that millions travel every day. Interstate I-15 has a darker side than what meets the eye, though. It's a vital corridor for drug traffickers, a major artery stretching more than 400 miles, bisecting the entire state. And a war is raging on the roadway every day. Yeah, and UHP troopers are often the first line of defense in keeping the highly addictive and potentially deadly illicit drugs off of our streets. ABC4 Southern Utah correspondent Jordan Verdadero taking a ride down the Heroin highway to get a first-hand look at what our troopers are dealing with.
It's no secret the drug industry is growing here in Utah. The trooper and officer I interviewed prefer to leave their names out of our report for fear of retribution from the Mexican cartel. They say that's the group tied to the majority of their large seizures.
How are we doing today, sir? Any other drugs inside the vehicle?
No, sir.
So what's going to be in this needle? You have the right to remain silent.
It's another day for a Utah Highway Patrol trooper on the interdiction team looking for illegal activity on I-15.
Cedar 337-1060. Our interdiction team, and K9 team, we're scattered across the state. We're just a part-time team, so we have the same responsibilities that any other patrol officer.
Roughly a dozen troopers are tasked with identifying and stopping the traffickers who cruise this drug corridor.
You can get anywhere in the country from using I-15. So anything coming out of the border on California, Arizona, places like that, it's going to come north, and Interstate 15 is the most logical choice for a lot of organizations to move a product north and then east across the country.
It's a monumental task trying to slow the flow of illegal drugs. The cartels have an endless supply of money and desperate people lined up willing to transport the contraband.
They go about their business and they don't have to worry about rules and procedure and rights. You know, they have one focus, and it's to move something from point A to point B and to make a profit.
Just this year in southwest Utah, the UHP interdiction team has seized over 80 pounds of methamphetamine, 16.5 pounds of heroin, and more than 70,000 fentanyl pills.
Fentanyl is something we hadn't even heard of and never saw years ago, and then now that's the big one.
In addition to the interdiction team, local officers are working to keep drugs like fentanyl off Utah streets. One Washington City police officer, choosing to remain completely anonymous, has been involved in some of the largest drug seizures in Washington County.
There's no magical car, it's just a numbers game for me.
Like troopers, that Washington City police officer has witnessed the rise of fentanyl. It's potent, easy to mass produce, and even easier to transport illegally.
And it's being pressed into small blue pills. They call them Roxys on the street. It's an M30 pill. It's supposed to be an oxycodone, but what they've done is they've pressed fentanyl into it. They're super dangerous.
Just in the last 3 months, the Washington City Police Department has seized nearly 300 pounds of drugs, and they only expect those numbers to balloon as the region grows.
We're never going to win the war on drugs. It's not going to happen. There's always going to be a need for it. But if we can slow it down and at least try to keep it out of the communities, I think that's a goal we can all strive to do.
Officers say it's about looking beyond the stop and watching for indicators of any illegal activity.
We always focus on drugs, but it's more than just drugs. You know, it might be homicide suspects. It might be suspects from sex assaults, could be sex trafficking, could be labor trafficking. There's so many different things.
These officers say they want interdiction teams to keep growing statewide to see more seizures and fewer drugs and criminals in our communities. Reporting in Southern Utah, I'm Jordan Verdadero, ABC4 News.